All right. Hello, everyone. I am here today with my friend Ashley King. Ashley and I have done Soul SiStar Light Up before, and it's kind of weird to even call this Soul SiStar Light Up because I haven't been doing it consistently, but that's what I'm calling it because that's what it is. And here we are today. And I wanted to bring Ashley back on here to talk about, first of all of her talented, beautiful things that she creates and does, and how she helps others create their own beautiful, talented things. But she just recently created a new logo for me, and I had been searching for someone to do this logo for a while. And if you guys can see on the, I don't know what corner that is, probably the left corner, I don't know, on the right corner on their screen, that's my current logo for my psychotherapy business. But I wanted something created for my spiritual business because that's evolving, and eventually this is going to be, because that's what came out of this, it's going to be my permanent logo. But for now, because of legal stuff and whatever else, I have to keep them a little bit separate. But I think, Ashley, you posted something about creating logos or something like that. I don't even remember. This process was just so organic that I don't even remember how we even got started. Do you remember?
There was something. I think I posted asking for looking for a logo design. And I eventually a little bit more official logo service page, but then it was just like a little post, see if anyone was interested.
Yeah, exactly. So I saw that, of course, because nothing happens by coincidence, right? It's all synchronicities. And I had worked with Ashley during doing her workshop. She helps people create their oracle cards. So I had participated in one of her workshops, and but we knew each other from before that, from just being in a women's group together and all that stuff. But I had worked with her on this, and I love her art. You guys have to really check out her website. Her art is beautiful. Her prints are amazing. And I was like, I want to try this. I want to see this. And the offering was, right, creating the logo, but using like an Akashic record reading, right? So I was like, you can just create the logo, right? And I was like, you could just take my old logo and kind of revamp it and whatever. We don't need the Akashic record reading. And I was like, then you were like, are you sure? And I was like, all right, let's do the Akashic record reading. So can you talk a little bit about, number one, how this came about for you, right? How you even came up with the idea to do this, to expand into this other form of art, and then your process during this whole thing to create my logo. And then at the end, I'll talk about how it was for me, and then I'll show the logo. I'm so excited.
Cool. I'm excited to share it. So it started when another friend who was starting a business asked if I could just work on her logo, and again it was just like, can you fix this up a little bit, like nothing else. That she also is in the spirituals, like witchy, pagan, all of that. So I came up with this idea of what we pull from the Akashic Records reading, because I wasn't sure on my own mind what to create for her. Because I'm just now getting into the graphic design space. So I was like, what if we do a Akashic Records reading, and I'll pull some images and sketches from there. And she was on board, so we did that. It worked really well. I came up with some really cool sketches. And along with a short little reading of some extra information for her. And since that worked well, I decided to start offering it out. And that was where the post came in. So when we worked together, I did the reading first, like came up with a few sketches for you, taking in what you had asked specifically for, along with what came up in your reading. And like I actually pulled the sketches from the reading while I'm in the records. That was really cool experience to just be sketching on my iPad as I am kept my eyes closed and working through this reading. And then once I handed them over to you, that was where you were able to take a look and give me some feedback and choose the one you liked, and we went from there.
Yeah, and it was for me, it was one of the coolest experiences, because when I opened up that Google Doc that you created, where it had 3 different sketches, right? And then it had the reading, and I was like, oh my God, I had chills with the reading. I was like, because obviously you knew what my current logo looks like, right? So you knew kind of where I was going. I said I wanted to add some roots, whatever. But to have the Akashic Records be so synchronistic and affirming, and of course being very direct about that this needs to be my permanent, like, one thing logo. I know that, and it will come eventually. But we are beings of free will, right? So we can say, not right now. I know that that's going to happen, but I'm not ready for that right now. Or just legally, because of psychotherapy and all that jazz. But it was an amazing, every time you sent me, and you were so patient. This is like, I didn't want to be too picky or too this or too that, but you were so patient, and every time you just went in with enthusiasm, and you were like, all right, okay, I can tweak it here, that's perfect, yep, I see what you're talking about. But every time I opened a document with an improvement, it just, every single time, it gave me chills, and it hit me right in the heart chakra, and it was just so perfect. And I mean, it is a bold logo, but that's exactly where I'm going in my career, in my life, in my spirituality, and all of that stuff. So it needed to be that, and it needed to represent the light and the dark, and the light and the shadow, and all the stuff, all the work that we're doing, that I'm doing, so every single time I opened it up, it got better and better and better. And I was just like, how does she even know, exactly what I'm talking about? We were doing this via email. This wasn't like we were Zooming all the time and, whatever, where I was going to your house and I was helping, it was just so perfect. And it was really, really hard to choose those first 3 sketches that you gave me. It was so hard. I really wanted to go with that knotted one, or the full knotted one, but it wasn't, the full essence wasn't there, so, but it was a wonderful experience. And I never thought that creating a logo, because when I created a logo the first time, it was just like, here, this is my idea, the person did it, gave it to me, and I was like, all right, that's good, I like it, it's pretty, it's exactly what I'm looking for, holding space, all that stuff. But this was a little bit more involved of a process, because it's more of my evolution, and you captured it so nicely.
Yeah, it was definitely evolution of stepping into that next space. And thank you for having patience with me, for being my second graphic design client. When I said I would never go into logo design, and now I'm in logo design.
Yeah. But it's a different process, I think. I mean, for me, that's how it felt. It just felt more, holistic. That's the word that's coming to. It just felt like holistic, and I don't know, just kind of a weaving of you and I together, and the vision and all that stuff. It was beautiful.
Yeah, I think taking the art skills that I've had over a lifetime, but combining that with the spiritual practices that we both believe in and follow, and just takes that graphic design to the next level of it's more than just this is a cool idea, or this is what a look should be. It's what you need, an image out of your life story of what you need.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it was what's the word I would use? It was effortless for me. I mean, I know for you it probably wasn't, but it was because everything just kind of fit, and you knew it. Going into the records makes all the difference, because sometimes people will create a logo. Like I said, the first time I saw something, I gave this person this idea. He created I think it's a pretty logo. I really enjoy it, and I really like it, and it's hard for me to separate from it, obviously, because but it was a completely different process from that process to the process that you and I went through, because it captured the full essence of everything that everything I am and everything that I do and everything that I'm wanting to do in the future, you know.
Yeah, and doing the Akashic Records reading with it absolutely made all the difference. And yes, it was a little bit more work on my end because I was the one sketching it and working in the programs and stuff, but it also had that effortless quality to it as well because I was being guided by all of our guides and the records and just my opening circle and pulling all these ideas together and putting them down on paper, which is part of my practice every day.
Yeah. And, you know, some people don't realize, you know, I mean, I hate marketing, first of all. Let me just put that out there, right? So the whole marketing thing, this whole thing is annoying, but it's part of what we have to do. And some people don't realize how important a logo is, you know, because it can attract the right or the wrong people depending on you know, because people are visual. Some people like aesthetics. They look, you know, people will look at a website and say, I want to go to this person, I don't want to go to this person, you know, and the images on that website can determine a lot of that. I mean, the organization, the colors, the font, all that stuff, but the images really is, a lot of people gravitate more towards the images. And if you're looking for something to represent all of what you do and who you are and what you're trying to put out there, it's super important. And that's why I was so attracted to the offering of, even though I tried to refuse the Akashic record to begin with, but I was so attracted to that offering because, you know, even though it's sometimes scary, right? When somebody goes into your records, you're like, oh my God, they're gonna see stuff. But it brings, every time I look at the logo, every time I open it up, I just get this tingly sensation in my body, like this is it, this is perfect. And I mean, everybody who knows me knows that I love trees. I have like, I don't know, 4 or 5 tattooed on my body, you know. So the full essence, those roots are just, yeah.
I'm really glad you took a moment and opened up to the records reading to get that full experience.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And just the way you presented all of the information, it was very organized and very nicely put. And it's something that I can look back on if I need to. And I have looked back on it a few times, you know, since we did the process, just to remind myself, okay, I know I gotta, you know, this is because it's so well done. It carries like I said, the essence of what I do and who I am and who I'm becoming so nicely that it's scary all at the same time. And if you haven't into this process, you don't know what I'm talking about, because it is an intense process. So if you're looking for a new logo design, I would highly recommend going through this process with Ashley, because it takes it to another level, especially if you see your business or whatever as your baby, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's you want all of you in your branding, your design, and all of that. And sometimes when we're doing it for ourselves, kind of get lost in all of the ideas, or the fears, or the past, or the present, and we just need that one solid direction of remember, this is what you're here for. This is what you need to do.
That's right.
And this is what you need to work through, or walk with fear.
That's right. So it's funny, you said something earlier. You were like, I never thought I'd go into logo design, but here I am. So tell me a little bit more about that.
It was just not something that I ever was interested in. It takes to me so much more work to take like this huge brand and personality and narrow it all down into one thing that could be black or tiny or large or color, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
More work than it does to paint a picture. because you have got so much more space and colors and details to put into a thing. And the logo needs to be short and sweet and concise.
Yeah.
So I always said, like, I'll take what someone else has created, I'll make things for you, I'll do designs with the logo, but I don't want to design the logos. And through this Akashic Records process, I have definitely opened up to actually creating the logos. And here we are.
Yeah, yeah. So does that make it an easier process for you? Because it takes some of the pressure off because you're just allowing spirit to guide you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like it's not all on my shoulders. Once I have the ideas and the design, I can put it into the program. I can finish the design.
Yeah.
But like that initial sketch, that initial actual design, like with the Akashic Records reading, the pressure is off. Because I have that support.
Yeah. So you actually, when you're doing I think I heard this correctly, when you're doing the Akashic Record reading, you have your sketch pad at your iPad and you're sketching. So you're getting the messages, like the words, right? But you're also getting images and you're sketching those.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I have my open note on my computer, so I'm typing, and then I have my iPad right in front of my keyboard, so then I can switch right to drawing. When some images start coming through.
Yeah. Yeah. And the other thing that right there, right? So you're sketching it, you're designing it, like the image, like my logo now is basically was things that were taken and put together, right? These were images that were already created. It's not like this person sketched it out and did it. Like these were, these hands you can find on, Canva. Like you can find all these things and just kind of tweak them and make them different colors or different sizes and that kind of stuff. And, that's what a lot of graphic designers do as well. Like when they're into, I know that some of them draw it out the way that you do too, but most of them are doing this very computerized kind of thing, putting pieces together and expanding and contracting and changing colors and all that stuff. So when you sent me those first images, I was like, wow, she's actually like I could see this, it's on obviously an iPad, but I can see that you are hand drawing these things. Like, I mean, and then you tweak it once the final version comes, but it's so cool to see the raw sketch of it. That was what I was blown. My mind was blown when I saw the first few sketches.
I did not have any professional training logo design. I've taken a few small courses, but I don't know what the quote unquote correct way of designing a logo is. So sketching my natural first step. And I like how rough they look at the beginning. I think that looks really cool. And like you said, seeing the progress through it is really cool.
Yeah. All of that was super fun. And like I said, every time I opened a email, because you were always so prompt about sending things back, I was like, oh my god, this is so good. Oh my god, this is getting better and better and better. So it was, and that's also another reason why I'm loving this logo so much, is because it felt so personal. Like, right, it felt like I was creating it right with you, So
Yeah,
so
I
cool.
mean, you were right there sending me ideas like this part from this one and this part from this one, and I was just sketching them all together. So.
Yeah, and even with my not very clear directions, sometimes you got it. I was like, oh, she totally gets it. Like, I hope she understands what I mean by that. Like, and it would come back and be like, oh yeah, okay, she knew exactly. It's like the heart, that little tiny heart right on the left side, right over that branch. And you knew exactly what I was talking about. So funny. But this is when you... Right, and this is what I'm saying. This is exactly that was just what I was about to say. When you're working in that space of connection in that way, in that intuition, in that time energy exchange, it just kind of falls into place, That's why this was such a special process for me, because like I said, very different than the first time. The first time was just like, here, done, and then this was like, it was a collaboration, and it was a beautiful collaboration.
Yeah, I'm glad we were able to work together to do this. It was a really nice process.
Yeah. So are you going to be doing this more? Is this going to be have you incorporated this into another part of your business?
Yeah, I mean, as of right now, it's still part of Studio 429. We'll see if I break it up later or not.
Yeah.
But I have started a couple others, and I've got a couple on a wait list.
That's right. That's what I'm talking about. That is awesome. Oh my God. I hope those people reveal their logos too, because I definitely want to see every single one of them. That might not be so dramatic as I'm being right now, doing a whole reveal like this, but yeah, I would love to see that.
I did good of not gently being like, hey, look at this logo that I made. I know. Yourself.
Yeah, I know. It's like you were like holding on to it. Now you can show it to everybody after this. So I actually I'm doing a retreat. I'm putting on a retreat this coming Saturday. So I'm making these little, like, it's an ancestral healing retreat. So these little toolkit boxes for them, like a little swag bag, but it's a little box healing toolkit. And I printed pictures with the logo on there, so everything, like, and I made a sign for my office door with the logo on. I haven't officially, obviously I'm releasing it now, but that's how excited I was. I was like, awesome. Printing it up. Yeah, and I made little stickers too for the journals. So all of the new stuff, all of the stuff that the people are gonna get at the retreat has the new logo on it.
That is amazing. I love that.
So whoever's watching that's coming to the retreat on Saturday, when you see it, this is the creator right here. She created my logo for me. She made it a million times better. And no, not knocking my first graphic designer. He's awesome and I love him and he was great. And this is still part of, the psychotherapy piece. That logo's still going to be in effect until everything is transitioned over eventually. So yeah, I'm so excited. Is there anything else you wanted to add about the process and how it's been for you or whatever before I release it?
I've just enjoyed the process of exploring this new avenue because I really connected with starting to read the Akashic records about yourself. And I went through a high priestess to learn how to read the record. And I mean, we learned a bunch of other things, but that was the thing really stuck with. And I just been using it for myself, and I just love exploring this new avenue how to use it. But I haven't seen anyone doing it. Maybe people are.
Maybe,
but it was something cool and unique to explore. So.
Yep. And if people are, they're definitely not doing it the way you are. I mean, there's other people who are helping people create their oracle decks and stuff, but they don't do it the way that you do it. And so it doesn't. And if people really want to tap into their creativity and really want to create a good oracle card deck, that's definitely, they need to come to your coven and do the workshop, because that's where it's at. It's a totally different process.
Amazing.
Yeah. So, so I'm all about Ashley King and her art and her witchiness and her instincts and everything else, because she's never steered me wrong in anything that we've worked on together. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. All right.
Story.
Yay. All right, so I'm going to reveal. I've never shared a screen on this on StreamYard before, so let me see if I can do this. Okay. Share screen. Okay. Screen sharing works best on a... Okay, I don't know what you're saying here. Okay, just share my screen. Let's see.
It should give you like which screen or tab you want to share.
It's doing something here, and okay, great. So of course this whole thing says choose what to share, right? But it's not letting me share. All right, so let's see. Hold on. I should have practiced this before we started this live. Slides. Let me see. Maybe it'll do that. Okay, that's not what I want to share. Oh no, this sucks.
Did the slide or the screen show up at the bottom?
So it's on here, right? So it says choose what to share, which stream. Oh, okay. So consent, entire screen, window, or Chrome tab. Right. So, but it's not letting it. The share button isn't enabled. That's the problem. Oh, okay. That.
Did you select which?
Yep. Okay. Thank you. Yep. Yes, that's what I had to do. I had to select which thing. Okay. So let me see.
Oh.
Here it is. Dun da da da. Is it on there?
Okay.
Is that it? Can you see it?
It is.
Woohoo! I don't know what the heck this is back
I
here.
would click the little expand tab, but
Okay, let me do that. Hold on. All right, guys, drum roll. Here it is. Expand. There it is. Ooh, see, touches my heart every time I see this. It's like a, I don't know, like energy just goes through my heart. I love this thing. So this is what Ashley created for me with. You haven't? Oh yeah, you haven't looked at it, right? Because you're trying to keep it secret.
I sent it to you. Yeah.
So there it is, guys. This is awesome. So you'll be seeing this a lot more as I start to share different things and workshops and all that stuff. This is going to be the whole heart healing spiritual side of the business for now. And eventually it'll be the whole heart healing, whole side of the business. So take a good look, y'all. This is it. And for all you guys who know me and know my journey.
Everywhere.
What'd you say?
This is going to be everywhere.
It is going to be everywhere. It is. I think people who know me and know my journey and know what I do and have been in spaces where I share what I do can feel this, know that this is very much in line with where I'm going in my business and in my career and in my life, period. So it's not just a business logo. I think for me, this is a little bit deeper than, I know I'm being dramatic, but it is. It's a little bit deeper than just a logo, you know. Yeah. So I'm so excited. Thank you. And now I can also start using it. So that's a good thing. I mean, I could have started using it anytime. It's like I had to wait for this, but I wanted to do a big flashy thing because I wouldn't be me if I didn't do a big flashy thing. So
Love it.
So Ashley, I thank you so much for doing this for me. I appreciate your time and your effort and your talents and your intuition all the time. So thank you so much. And like I said, people, if you need a logo and you want it to be meaningful, she has a waiting list, so you got to wait a little bit, but definitely contact her. Ash Studio 429, right? But studio429.com, is that what the your website is?
It's thestudio429.com.
Thestudio429.com. So remember that, guys. Look her up. She's awesome. And sign up for her Oracle card. I didn't think I wanted to create an Oracle card deck until I took her workshop. So definitely sign up for that because it's super fun. And it's deeper than just creating cards. You really go inward to really figure out, what you need to put in that deck for yourself. So awesome.
It's very healing. You created some really beautiful cards.
Yeah, and actually I'm still creating because I'm doing it for my shamanic Reiki 3rd year program. So I'm still doing that creation, and by the end of the year there'll be some more things, so I'll show you that. I'll show you that first before I show anybody else.
You've got a couple decks to work on.
Yeah. I know I always take on too much, but creative stuff is always good. I like doing creative stuff, so yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you and everything you do. And we will connect again when you have a new project coming up.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
I'm sure there'll be one.
I'm sure there always are. Thank you so much. And thank you for being here. All right. So we are done and signing out. Thank you guys for watching. Probably another Solstice light up, maybe in like 3 months or something. That's the way it's kind of been going. So it has to feel right in order to be right. So that's why I don't push it anymore. So thank you again. Bye, guys.
Thanks.
All right.